Hey folks, this is Mark with OrientWatchUSA.com. This is CFDAC004W. Now this is a very popular watch in our line. I don't know if it's the Roman numerals on it. I don't know if it's that nice blue against white, which I adore, absolutely adore. But I think it's just the size and how it really lays on the wrist that really makes a difference about this watch. And so I want to spend a little extra time on the wrist itself. Notice on the dial that it has a power reserve indicator. This is indeed a mechanical watch. It's not a quartz watch, which means it uses a spring instead of a battery as its power source. Now, the way you take off this watch is a little different. You gotta press these two buttons on both sides, but you'll notice that it opens quite differently, like other buckles that you see on the videos. It opens like a butterfly, and it's exactly why it's called a butterfly clasp. You'll notice that one of them has a tail on it, or a lip. This part needs to go second if you're going to lock the watch. 1, 2. If I went the reverse way, this will click in, but this won't go in, and it won't lock. Okay? So there's a specific order in which it goes. Here's the band, folks. It uses a combination of both matte and finished metals. Take a look at how it looks against the case. It's an absolutely gorgeous case, too. It is solid by design, as you can see from the side of the band. Now, solid links means that it uses a solid piece of metal. The other alternative is a roll band, where they get a sheet metal and they roll it so that it makes the shape. But this one is solid, which is the better choice. Here's a profile of the case, and you can see how the crystal's domed, logo on the crown itself. And the case back that they've used does have the Orient logo on it, as well as some of the brand information stamped at the bottom. So, as I explained to you, this is a mechanical watch. What the power reserve indicator does is it lets you know how much power you have left in the spring. Okay? So, like I said to you, a spring's powering this watch, but you don't know how much power there's left in the spring. When you're wearing the watch, folks, you'll notice that the power reserve indicator will go towards 40, just like if you're pumping gas. If you're going to consume gas and just drive off, you'll see that it's going to go towards empty, or 0 in our case. The reverse happens in a watch, okay? When the watch is stationary, that's when it's consuming the energy in the spring. When you're wearing the watch, you're adding energy to the spring. Want to learn more and want to learn why Orient is such a superior watch company? Take a look at every product page on the right side at the bottom. What's a mechanical watch? Spend a few minutes there, then you really understand the technology, and then you'll really understand why 1 million pieces of mechanical movements per year, why Orient has such a large collection. They're an international company represented in over 70 countries. All those things come into play when you understand the technology and the production size. Okay, let's take a nice close-up of the dial, and then what you'll see is that there's a matte finish on the outside where the Roman numerals are, and then there's a nice little, a textured finish within the inner square of the dial. The blue and the white, it's not exactly white, it's more like an ivory. It really works well against each other. Even that stark angular blue hour hand with the second hand really works to some of the angles of the Roman numerals. Alright folks, so last thing I gotta show you is how to adjust the watch using the crown. There are 2 steps, okay? The first step allows you to change the date. The second step allows you to change the time. I'm going to do it in that order. I'm going to change it from 9 to around, let's say 20. Okay? Now I'm going to change the time to around 1:50. Okay? Oops, sorry. 1:50. Alright folks, so this is Mark with OrientWatchUSA.com. CFDAC004W.